The Spoon's Sandy Horne talks about those old emotions. What a great song that is. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Canada. Remember, if you want to see the entire interview, it's on the Rock History Canada channel. There's also a podcast, links in the description of this video. Also, there's 2 new projects that the Spoons have out where other musicians tip their hat to their music, and also another great project from the band. Go to spoonsmusic.com. There'll be links in the description of this video. Here's Sandy Horne of the Spoons. Old Emotions.
Okay, well, this is a fun one. This is a collaboration with Gordon and I because he had the verse and the chorus, and he was like, I can't get back to the verse from the chorus. I can't figure out how to link it back. And it was in a different key at the time. The bass riff that I had come up with, which was in the middle, which is the da da da. Well, it's the bridge to each part of the song. Da 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 da. That bass riff is what links the song around every time it leaves the verse, and leaves the chorus back into the verse. So I had that riff, and he says, "Do you mind if we change the key and use it in this song?" And I went, "Sure, go ahead." I didn't know what I was going to do with it, right? So basically, Gord came to rehearsal one day, and we were rehearsing in this little room in his father's office cottage in this kind of south end of Hamilton area, and creepy little house on the ravine. And we were playing in an 8x10 bedroom upstairs, and the drums were in one corner, then my bass, then Gord, and then the keyboards were right at the door because the room was so small. So Gord and I were there, and then Rob and Derek showed up, and we think we have a song. And then our manager showed up, and by then Gordon and I had figured it all out. The band had figured it out. The manager showed up, and he went, "Okay, we got to demo this like ASAP and get this to the record company." And it happened like a blink.
This is always, I hear the Who, before the Who released an album, the Who was going, "Oh, no one listens to albums anymore. We're not going to release albums or greatest hits or anything like that." And of course, then they proceeded to release a new album. Tell me about the new project.
Okay, so Repeatable, that came out this past spring and into the summer. It's also on double vinyl because it couldn't all fit on the vinyl. One vinyl is just too many. Is a collaboration of our greatest hits and the songs that fans really liked of ours from 1980 to 2020, because that was we finished our last new album in 2019.
Let me ask you this. Okay, were you surprised? Because sometimes there's always were you surprised by some of the songs that kind of stood out that otherwise you might not have known? The fans basically told you, "We like these tunes." Can you name some of those?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what's all on this now.
Of course, that's a lot to digest.
Okay, putting on my librarian look here. Landing Lights. It's from our newest album from 2020, New Day, New World. It's kind of I had a lot of fun putting the bass part and doing the vocals on that. I don't know if you've got the New Day, New World album ever, but anyway, it's from that album, and we were really surprised how well New Day, New World did, and how much everyone liked the fact that it was another concept album and everything flowed together, and people call them out. And actually, Clive Farrington from When in Rome did a version of Landing Lights on this, and so did he of Romantic Traffic, because he liked it so much. Repeatable, being the title of the album, was the last song written on New Day, New World. Gord was away with Flock of Seagulls playing guitar for them. And I said, we really need a new song, one more new song for New Day, New World. And he said, "Well, you got any ideas? Send them my way." And I came up with the slapping bass group, do, 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 do. And I sent it off to him in a WAV file, and he goes, "This is great." And he came back 3 days later. We put the song down in my studio. My husband produced all our stuff since 2020 or 2011. He's been working on our stuff for us, and that's where Repeatable came, and then it became the title track for this greatest hits package. Then see, from other stuff, Radio Heaven, wasn't a single from Vertigo Tango, but it was a favorite that fans always wanted us to play live. So it kind of tells us where people were, even though we didn't necessarily choose the hits. The record company quite often would say, "No, this is the one we're releasing." Other people will have their favorites, right? So you have to listen to our fans because ultimately they're the ones that are keeping you out there.
Yeah.
And then came along Echoes. And Echoes actually isn't Spoons playing. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. But Echoes is a collaboration of other artists doing our material in representation of our 40 years of being together as a band. And the proceeds are going to the Unison Fund for musicians in Canada.
That's double whammy. That's got to be gratifying.
So we've got Gowan doing arias and symphonies, an amazing rendition of that. We've got Alan Frew is doing Time Turns Around. Old Emotions is Felix and the Foreshadow, who are a British, not British, they're from California, and they're kind of like a punk ska, you know. And then one that really blows me away that's completely off the map is Rob Holiday from Sulphur, who also does plays guitar for Marilyn Manson, does Bridges Over Borders, and it's right off the wall. And it's like, this is amazing. And the rule was pick any song you want. It doesn't have to be a hit. So the Box picked On the Beach, and that totally sounds like the Box to me. Like they've totally made it their sound. They could totally
Jean-Marc.
release that. Yeah, Jean-Marc. You gotta love it. So it was a lot of fun. But I just want to point out that Romantic Traffic from Dagger and Knot is actually me. I don't know, most people miss that part. But back when we did the 30th anniversary for Romantic Traffic in 2014, 13, 14, it came out. My husband and I did a version of Romantic Traffic just for fun, but it really didn't get much notice. And so when we were putting this together, I said, doesn't my version of Romantic Traffic kind of fit, because I'm not going as Spoons? And Kurt said, yeah, let's put it on. So that's on there as well.
Cool.
And just a little bit of a note, when you're talking about When in Rome, I'm going to be playing bass for them when they come in May.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to play bass for Clive and Andrew.
Remember, links to all the new Spoons music in the description of this video. I want to thank Sandy. And if you want to see the entire interview, well, it's also in the links of this video. It's on this channel. And there's a podcast, and there'll be links for you there as well. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Canada.